All right, here we go. Well, hello, Fit Pro, and welcome back to another great episode of the Fit Tech Podcast. Thank you again for joining, whether this is your first episode or you've listened to multiple. I look forward to hearing both your feedback, but I can hear the YouTube in my ear. I can't have that happening. We gotta start again. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Hello, Fit Pro, and welcome back to another episode of the Fit Tech Podcast. Thank you so much for joining, whether this is your first episode or you've listened to multiple episodes. It's always such an honor that you have chosen to share your time and your ear with me or the experts that I have on here. I look forward to seeing not only your responses, both on social media or email, but you going to the notes and getting those resources that I'm putting in there. I can see when you're clicking on them and you're going through all the wonderful automations that we have set up in Active Campaign and how you flow through them. And if you need anything, that's another way to reach out to me directly and get help, right? I know that you're someone that's active and wanting to learn and improve your business. And so I'm most inclined to help you. Today, we are going to talk about how to improve your offer, your fitness offering. And this is inspired by, I'm holding a book up. If you're on the podcast, you can't see this. But if you're watching this on Zoom or YouTube or Facebook right now or later, you can see I have my marketing textbook up. This is what inspired this particular episode because there's a really good graphic in there that shows a very basic marketing plan, if you will, and how you go through it step by step. And I know not only you, but myself, I really benefit from step by step. It makes something seem tangible, meaning I can do it, and it makes it feel that it's not as complicated as maybe I am making it out to be in my mind. I am going to take us through a list of problems that I think that you're having, that you have told me that you are experiencing, and then give solutions, if you will, to those problems. And then finally, the second part of the episode will be a very high level action plan. I'm going to call it the high level action plan that you can actually download as a Google document and fill it out for yourself. I always know that when I have something I can fill out that's kind of like a Mad Libs, fill in this blank, I'm more likely to do it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go through the problems that I came up with that you are probably experiencing or having based on what you've told me and also my own experience as a virtual and hybrid fitness studio owner. You're having tech challenges, equipment challenges. The tech challenges, solution to that, definitely Fit Tech, right? I and my company are here to help you, but other instructors can help you. Reach out, see what they're doing. Equipment, you need the basics. If you're going to have a virtual studio, you need a camera, you need a microphone, right? You need a place to stream that workout to. You need a payment collector. Something that a lot of fitness pros still don't have, and that I kind of am harping on, you need a mixer, right? If you're going to do fitness from your home and you want it to be even somewhat comparable to what people are used to experiencing, not only in the gym, but also online it with other people, You need a mixer to mix the sound from your music and your microphone so that you come across with a higher level of professionalism. Otherwise, it really is the beginning hack job that we all did when COVID started. And that was fine then, but let's level up. You can invest and spend the $179 on the mixer, and it's a long term investment. Number three, or problem number three, is finding clients. We all want more clients. It doesn't matter if it's a fitness business or nutrition or something out of the health and wellness industry. We always want to find more clients. How do you do that? Well, you do that by creating a marketing plan that is based on the things that I'm going to go through in the second part of this episode. Make sure you stay for that and then download the Google Doc of the high level action plan that walks you through how you're going to get more clients. And I'll just tell you that one of the ways you get more clients is by niching down the clients that you want to attract. Cash flow. A lot of us, if you say I'm cash, I don't have a lot of cash flowing, or I can't spend this, or etc. beyond. If you have that mindset, others, meaning potential clients, are going to have that mindset, right? Why should a client invest in you and pay you when you won't invest in yourself or your business? I've never understood that. I do. I get it. I've been there. I've thought that way. But now I understand how that is not helping serve me or my business. And that is a money mindset, really. And so the solution to both of those is not only a mindset shift, but you can actually do a financial forecast. If you want to make $1,000 a month, let's break that down into what you would need to make, say, per membership or per class or per week, things like that. And of course, it's after expenses. And then you create a budget off of that. To go with that money mindset, we come with a lot of pricing questions. And oftentimes we try to compete on price. Who can have the lowest price? Well, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to invest in somebody for fitness, I don't want the lowest price. I want someone that knows their value and charges what they're worth, because I want to be treated with professionalism and know I am being taken care of. Because you could either get me results, or you could actually potentially hurt me or injure me. Not you personally per se, but the workout or the experience could. So if you want if you want to attract someone who's not willing to pay by cutting your prices, that's what you're doing. It's kind of the Groupon model, right? It's the Groupon mindset that I want a deal, I want the best quick thing, and I don't actually appreciate value. If you're in this for the long term, competing on just price, which we'll talk about that a little bit more in the second half in our high level action plan, that is not the only way to compete, nor is it the best strategy in fitness. Another problem is imposter syndrome. That's definitely a mindset. Someone is always going to be doing it better than you, according to you, according to the story in your head. But why do you care? They're not you. Your client doesn't want them. There are clients for you. There are plenty of people in the world. And so you are doing yourself a service right now by investing in your learning, by investing in how you can do better for your business, and basically put a wall up. Okay. You don't really need to know why other people are doing the things they're doing. But what you do need to know, and this is the solution, is have a why statement. Why are you doing this? Why is this your business? Why is this your passion? When you have a why statement actually written out in visual, where you can see it, you can refer back to it when you have that imposter syndrome. Next, your organic marketing is not working. You're spending so much time on social media and wondering why nobody's engaging, why you're not getting any clients. Well, I can tell you that the solution is that you need to, oh my gosh, my cat just jumped up on the windowsill and I thought it was a guy in my window. I am filming this from my kitchen, which is my home office, where I have lots of windows and light. We'll see if I leave that part in. Okay, organic marketing does have its place, but it needs to be repositioned. Okay, you don't have to understand what that means. I'm going to explain that in the second part of this episode, which is in the high level action plan. choreography. Maybe you're running out of ideas. Well, of course, there are some great people on social media, depending on what format that you are teaching. And of course, you can go into Instagram and type in that format and get a lot of choreography ideas. Pinterest, too. But what I would suggest is creating a template for your workout. Okay. So that it takes less time for you to create that workout. And then you know that you have something you can go to and you create a template that you can use with 4, 6, 8 classes. And you can take out one block and put in another. That way, you don't have to come up with new choreography every single time, and your participants don't have to learn new choreography for the entire class every single time. And then, if you're really strapped for time, use a branded workout. Pumped Up Strength is a really new, wonderful way to strength train, and you can use their template. And they're not master trainers, they're program creators, program directors. Doesn't matter. People coming up with the choreography like Fiona Judd. You can look them up on Instagram. Carrie, Kari, Merrill, Lauren George. Those are all people creating choreography for Pumped Up Strength, and you get a new workout every month that you can use. So that's another idea, a time saver. Retainment of clients. This is another problem that virtual fitness instructors are having. I always like to call it the Snapchat model. How did Snapchat come up with the model of how many days you have been on Snapchat? They have created this fictitious need to go on Snapchat every day. I almost said Facebook. And you don't want to break your spell. For whatever reason, they have figured out how to make that valuable to us. And we don't want to break that. I've been on Snapchat 180 days in a row, because if I break it, then I'll have to start all over again. What if you created something like that for your participants? And then again, an even higher level strategy, because that's just a tactic, would be your marketing strategy. So stay tuned to the second part of this episode where I take you through a high level action plan. A payment collector. How are you collecting payments? Is it in a way that is seamless for your participants? Is it easy? Is it generating income for you automatically? Or do people have to reach out to you every time they need to pay? Right? There are ways to streamline this. The solution is to get onto a platform like Arcata that streams your workouts and collects payments and is within any budget. I think it's $39.99 now. Pricing. I told you that we're going to go over pricing more in the second half, but there are different pricing models, and competing on who has the lowest price is not the way to go. But the way to go is to fit pricing into your marketing plan, whether it's per class, which I don't recommend, a group of classes, a membership model. Those are different options. I do have a detailed episode on just pricing, which I'll put a link to in the show notes, where that's all I talk about. Confidence on camera. This is a mindset. Of course, I do have a course on confidence on camera. It's on Arcata, and you can just type in confidence on camera, or of course, that'll be in the show notes. And teaching in front of a camera by yourself to a wall is much different than teaching at a gym. And sometimes that can be intimidating. So I have a training, it's pretty easy to get through in a day or two, that will give you actionable things that you can do to improve your confidence in a week. Zoom settings. I did an episode, I think it was episode 18. It's all on Zoom settings. And then in the show notes is a link to a YouTube video that shows you visually what settings you need to have that delivery look, feel, sound professional. And I'll tell you, the one that I want you to change right now, turn your original sound on so that your music does not sound like you're in a tin can. Hybrid setup. If you are streaming both to people in person and online, that requires a different setup. It most definitely requires a mixer. I talked about that at the beginning. You need a mixer to mix the sound that's going to your in-person people and your people in Zoom, And if you're doing it any other way, it's a hack job. Do better. I challenge you. Reach down into your mindset, reevaluate. If you're cheap, you're going to attract cheap clients. Is that what you want? I don't think so. You're in this for the long game for the right reasons. Music licensing. I'm still running into fitness instructors that I'm helping, and music licensing is still confusing. There's still a little bit of gray area, but what I will tell you is if you are streaming live and not recording, you're generally okay to play what you want. If it's on a Zoom fitness class, I would not do that on Facebook or Instagram because there's a very good chance you will get shut down and then your peeps won't be able to finish the workout. If you were recording a workout for an on-demand studio and you're putting that, say, in your Arquetta studio, technically there are rules against what you can and cannot play. I know a lot of instructors that are still playing whatever they want. You get to choose what you want, but I would go on to, say, Muscle Mix and get one of their virtual music licenses and play that music because that covers you both for the live streaming and for the on-demand recording. Two more, and then we'll get to the high level action plan. And that is that you don't have an avatar known as a, say, target market or niche down, whatever you want to think about it. You haven't identified who it is that you are targeting to serve. And when we get into fitness, a lot of times we want to serve everybody and teach all the modalities because we want that experience. I get that. That makes sense. But when this is your own business, you're not at a gym teaching 15 classes a week, subbing for everybody, every modality, right? This is your business. You get to tailor it to what your strengths are and the people that you want to serve. And when you serve the people that you want to serve, you will get filled by them instead of serving people that take energy from you and aren't the people that you want to serve, or you aren't the one skilled, educated to serve them. That's okay. We have doctors, right, that are specialists, right? And that's okay. So you get to be a specialist. And then lastly, there's no result that is promised. A lot of what I see online is the what. You get this workout, you get this access to me, but that's great. What is the result I'm going to get from this? And that's really what we want to highlight. We don't care that it's 5 workouts a week into the on-demand library or it's 2 live a week. I mean, that's wonderful. But tell me what result that is going to get me. And then I might care how many I get, right? We need to ID the problem and then the solution with the result. Those are all very, I'm going to say high level. I just listed them out literally on a white piece of paper. I was sitting outside in the wonderful sun, drinking some water, and listing out all the different challenges or problems, whatever you call them, that we are having as Fit Pros. And then the different solutions that would solve those problems or challenges. And of course, which ones of those that I can solve. I am here to help you with tech and equipment, as you heard in the intro. I then, once I've built my trust with you, want to help you with the truly real thing that you need help in your business, which is your marketing and sales, which does include your mindset. I'm a licensed psychologist. I'm a marketing professor. I have owned a tennis business for 13 years that was eventually sponsored by the Detroit Pistons. We were the first tennis company. I have owned my own brick and mortar studio. I've been a studio manager at a corporate gym, and I've also been an operations manager for a sound production company. So that is where a lot of the tech knowledge comes from, just so you know where my expertise lies. Let's move into, as I turn my page, that high level action plan I told you about. You can get a copy of this in the show notes. It's a Google Doc, and then you just fill it in with your answers. And it starts to give you that direction that you're wondering, well, what do I do now? And I'll tell you, in my marketing textbook that I use for my students, both in intro to marketing and small business marketing, I will put, somehow I figure out how to get this picture to you, but it's a really nice high level view of what a marketing plan is. and they show the 5 steps of it. In the planning phase, there are 2 steps. In the implementation phase, there are 2 steps. And then in the control phase, there are 5 steps. Of the 5 steps in this marketing plan in my textbook that I use for my students, we are going to go through step 1, which is define your business mission and objectives. We are going to skip step 2, which is conduct a situational analysis, which is a SWOT analysis. We are going to skip step 3, which is identify and evaluate opportunities. That includes segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Today, we're going to talk about step 4, which is implement the marketing mix and allocate resources. That is your product, your price, your place, and your promotion. And then step number 5, we will skip, which is evaluate performance and use marketing metrics. I would love to do those at another time. And of course, I'm going to include those in the signature course and take you through them step by step. But this is a podcast to really kind of get your appetite wet for these types of things that really will help your business. But you have to be open to that. And I hope that you are. All right. In our high level action plan, we have 4 steps. Step number 1, business name. What's your business name? My business name is FitTech University. And then I want you to define your why. Why are you doing this? I am doing this, FitTech is doing this to be the hub for virtual fitness instructors, to learn tech and equipment, plus sales and marketing to successfully launch your virtual fitness business. My personal why for doing this is because when I help you, you help others. And when you help others, you're serving the world. And God put me on this earth to serve in that capacity with all of these skill sets coming together. With my strength as a teacher, as a learner, I can deliver these things to you in a way that we can hear it together, right? We speak the same language. So my why, again, is that when I help you and I serve you, you go serve others by helping them on their health journey. And I have helped serve the world with health and fitness. You will write then an executive summary. It could be as short as what I just described for FitTech. I'll say it again. FitTech University is the hub for virtual fitness instructors to learn tech and equipment, plus marketing and sales to successfully launch your virtual fitness business. Then you would write your mission and your vision. I will include that in the example document of the high-level action plan that I'm going to make for you. And then we move on to number 2, the 4 Ps, which I told you was in step number 4 of our marketing plan: product, price, place, promotion. Again, if your head is already swiveling, I get it. That's why you go to the show notes. You click this document where it is very clear. It's intentionally high level so that you are willing to use it as a starter to building your business. So number 2 is your offer, the 4 Ps, your product. Your product, what are you offering? Well, are you offering fitness? Sure. Are you offering it to an individual target market? I hope so. What problem are you solving for them? And then what is the result delivered to them? That is your product. Number 2, we are going to create a positioning map that we'll use for that product and the pricing part of this. And that positioning map, I went over this in a previous podcast, but of course you don't listen to all of them, right? Your time is valuable. A positioning map, I want you to imagine a 2x2 chart, if you will, or box, or whatever you want to call that, table. And at the top is your price, and on the right side is quality. And the farther right you get towards high quality, the higher quality your product. The farther up you get in the box, the higher the price. There are 4 boxes. So you will see in the show notes, if you want to see, you can either Google positioning map or click the one that I'll put in the show notes, what this actually looks like, because you need to decide where you're going to position your business. because number two of the 4 Ps is price. What are we going to price this at? If I said, where would you put Lifetime? And then where would you put Planet Fitness? They would not be in the same box. They don't have the same price. They don't have the same quality. Where does your business fit? If you want help with that, reach out to me on Instagram at FitTech University. Place at first, before we even place, which is the delivery, we're going to deliver this on Arquetta. Arquetta is where you can have your fitness workout streamed live or on demand. They automatically get the Zoom link, plus it collects payment, and plus other people can find you on that platform. But before we could place it there, we have to have some tech set up. And I've mentioned this earlier in the podcast. I'll mention it again. You need a camera, you need a microphone, right? You need a music player, a speaker, and you need a mixer, please. And then finally, of the 4 Ps, promotion. That includes paid ads. If you just threw up in your mouth, then you're the person that needs to come to me for help, because this is where we're repositioning your organic social media content. The algorithm is not in your favor. It's not going to keep showing content to new people, which is what you want. It may show it to some of your old people. And once they have tired of it and stopped clicking on it, then it's not even being shown to them. The algorithm is not in your favor. But an ad is, because you are selecting the audience, i.e. the target market. It is showing it to people that you are serving or hope to serve. And it can be done in a very nice way. You can actually take an organic social media piece of content and literally turn that same piece of content into an ad. So if you're going to call ads icky, then I'm going to call your social media content icky. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be icky. And you run into advertising in your life all the time. And something, I should list this on a problem that fitness instructors struggle with, again, really not by their own fault, is how to sell without feeling sleazy. And the way to do that is to identify who you serve, what problem you solve, and then the results you get with the solution that you implement. That's not sales, that's helping somebody. You're here to help. You'll tell me that all day. I love helping people. That's sales, and that's okay. So let's review the high-level action plan, step 1 and 2. Step 1 was the business name, the why behind your business, your executive summary, your mission, and your vision. Step number 2 is your offer. It's the 4 Ps. What is your product? What is your price of that? What is the placement? What is the promotion strategy? Number 3, let's say you get through all of that. What are the roadblocks that are going to prevent you from launching this? One is imposter syndrome, and one is your money mindset. These two will stop you cold in your tracks. The solution, I can help you with that. You can get help from others with your money mindset. You can do that, of course, by a financial forecast and then a budget. But with an imposter syndrome, go see a counselor. And then finally, number 4, implementation of your high-level action plan. Step number 4 is implementation. My cat just jumped out of the window and scared me again. Step number 4 is implementation, where you actually implement this. You put it out into the world. What would happen if you did put this out into the world? What would success mean to you? Is it selling one offer or getting one client? Would it be 2? If you got this in front of 100 people and you knew for sure 100 people saw this, how many would you expect to convert into clients? If you put it in front of 100, I'd be happy with 1. If you put it in front of 1,000, I would be happy with 10. Do you see where I'm going with this? It has to be shown, offered to multiple people until the right person sees it, identifies with the problem that you solve, and wants the result that you promise. It is a strategy. There is work involved, but you are willing to do the work. I know you are because I see you posting on Instagram all day long. And actually, I think that could be considered icky, right? Because you're posting and it's not really icky, and you're trying to get people to engage. And really, what you're really trying to do is grab them as a client. So let's reshift that mindset. Let's reshift, download this high level action plan in the show notes. Let's write these things out, literally write them out. I would love to see them. You can send it to me in a DM on Fit Tech University. And of course, if you want one-to-one help, I'm happy to help you. I was just helping somebody last week in Ohio, and I have her nearly convinced to order her mixer because she is doing hybrid fitness, right? And she was so frustrated with figuring out the chords to get her Zoom sound to sound correctly instead of a tin can. Not only did we go through her Zoom settings, but also how to connect her she has a Microsoft Surface Pro, and then she films also from a cell phone and then plays her music from an iPad. And we connected all of that with her Bose speaker and her Bluetooth headphone. I can help you with all of that. Let's start to eliminate some of these frustrations that you have. I can deliver the technical solutions that you need, plus the marketing strategy that you truly need if you want to grow your business. If I've earned your trust in any way, go check the show notes. Lots of resources there for you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.